Medical marijuana is now legal in Ohio, but there are still more questions than answers about how this new law will work.
Patients won't be able to buy it here for another year or possibly two. Rules for producing, prescribing, and distributing cannabis to eligible patients are expected to take up to a year to craft. The law allows people with certain listed conditions to begin using marijuana immediately, but it's unclear where they would legally get it. And not everybody is happy about this new law. Several communities in Butler County are already banning or putting moratoriums on marijuana dispensaries. Local 12's Larry Davis is live with us now with more on the push to keep pot out of some areas. Larry, they're serious about this, aren't they?
Yeah, they most certainly are, Rob. And while you may someday see a marijuana shop, medical marijuana shop on a busy city street like this or a strip mall someday, it won't be anytime soon. Ohio still has some homework to do, as you mentioned. They still have some laws and rules to put into place. And in Hamilton, it may never happen at all because right now there is an all-out ban. Even though Ohioans can now use marijuana for medicinal use, you still can't grow it and you cannot go into the medical marijuana business. While some don't like the new law, others are pleased that people who need it for medical reasons have a new option.
But I think it's a fabulous thing. It works for kids with, have seizures. I think it's a wonderful thing.
In recent months, Liberty and Ross Townships have imposed temporary bans on medical marijuana businesses. The city of Middletown made a similar move. Last year, the city of Hamilton took it a step further, imposing a permanent ban.
I don't think there should be a ban set in place for it. I think there are right ways to go about it to keep it safe for the patients who need it.
While it is now legal to use marijuana for medicinal use, Ohio still does not have a medical marijuana program in place. In fact, lawmakers we spoke with today think it is at least another year before rules are established. That is why some lawmakers impose temporary bans to wait and see what those guidelines will be. Some think the city of Hamilton got too far ahead of the game and may want to rethink the all-out ban.
I do think they need to rethink it. I think it's more of the heroin they need to worry about and not the marijuana, really.
I'm disappointed. And this isn't recreational use stuff that they're talking about. This is medicinal. It's a whole different ball of wax from the 60s and 70s when I grew up.
And Rob, Hamilton passed that imposed that permanent ban before Governor Kasich signed into law that medical marijuana was indeed legal now. Now that begs the question, will that change Hamilton's law or thinking in light of the governor's action? Well, we reached out to the Hamilton law director today. Our calls were not returned, so it remains to be seen whether there will be any changes there or whether there have been or will be any legal challenges. Live in Hamilton, Larry Davis, Local 12 News. Rob, back to you.
So to be clear, Larry, nobody's ever going to be smoking marijuana as a result of this law. This is for medicinal, so it is the liquid version that they're going to use, maybe vape it or something like that?
Right. It'll be in other forms. You will not be allowed to smoke it under the new law. You can take it in like patch form or edible or in vapor, as you mentioned, but there will be no people lighting up right now for medical marijuana.
All right, Larry, thanks very much. Another question for patients who are waiting on the new rules. The law is silent on where they're supposed to get that marijuana. Doesn't allow people to grow their own. Bringing marijuana into the state of Ohio from a legal state would violate then federal law. So a lot of confusing questions still.